Well, the Nebraska football team opened up bowl practices here at the University of Vanderbilt in Nashville as they get ready for Friday's Music City Bowl game against Tennessee. And as head coach Mike Riley started out things here in Nashville, he said that quarterback Tommy Armstrong did not practice on Monday, but odds are it doesn't look like he's going to play in this game for the Huskers.
Tommy, as you guys probably noted today, did not practice again. You know, and it's like I said the other day, my belief is at this point, Riker's going to start the game for us. I'm hopeful that Tommy makes progress and could be, you know, that emergency guy possibly. But, you know, on the other side, it's Monday right now, so I'm not going to say finally that he's out of the game for sure, but he has not practiced yet.
Some other news and notes that Riley shared as practice wrapped up is redshirt freshman wide receiver LeVan Alston is no longer with the program, and then both running back Trey Bryant and tight end Tyler Hoppies are battling different injuries that have their status in doubt here are in question for Friday's game.
Trey Bryant did not practice yet, but he's feeling better. I'm hopeful he could play a part in the game as we get closer to it. Marcus Newby will be very, very questionable. He has not practiced yet. His groin injury is getting better, but I don't know if he'll be ready for the game yet, so I'd say doubtful. And then go to Tyler Hoppies. Disappointing the other day. He came down with concussion symptoms after our last practice in Lincoln, and he is going through the protocol. Questionable if he'll be ready for the game.
And with no Nathan Gary available for the Music City Bowl, look for Nebraska to lean towards sophomore safety Antonio Reed, who's had a really good month of practice.
Yeah, you know, I think we started as quickly as we could with Antonio Reed basically playing in there for Nate. And so what that looks like is, you know, basically Antonio playing safety, and then when we go nickel, what it looks like is Kalu will move inside to the nickel, and Lamar Jackson will go in and play. And with what Tennessee does offensively, that nickel group will be pretty common. And I'm excited about that secondary. You know, I think that they're good players. I wish Antonio, we would have got him some more time during the year, but you know, he was hurt early, didn't get a lot of work, wasn't in the greatest shape, and I think he's poised to play a good game, and I think that secondary, if they'll grow from who they're all back that I just described. So I'm excited about this group.
Yeah, I've been thinking it's going to set a stable for me next season, so whatever I do in this game, it'll be something for people to watch next season.
Another player who may factor in more in this game is running back Divino Zigbo, who's kind of battled injuries and then fell behind guys like Trey Bryant, but there's a pretty good chance we're going to see him play a lot in this game.
Yeah, I guess, you know, it's never a good way, you know, to look for trying to earn a spot through that way, but, you know, if it happens, that's kind of how it did. So, you know, I'm going to try to have my best game to propel me to, you know, the spots that I need to be.
Was there a point where you really started feeling better again?
Yeah, I was feeling really good. I think it was like Purdue, but then it's like the little mental mistakes here and there, and then, like, you know, they just didn't want it. They just didn't want to rush it. Instead, they thought if I wasn't ready up here, then there's, you know, no point of me putting me in over a guy that's completely healthy, knows what he's doing, not making any mistakes.
Another player who will have a big factor in this bowl game is wide receiver Brandon Riley, who will be taking all the snaps in the slot from Jordan Westerkamp. As Riley joked about his time in Nashville early on, he said they put him in a room right next to head coach Mike Riley.
Yeah, we tried to get conjoining rooms with a door, but they threw him across the hall, so we'll have to, you know, see if we can keep him up later.
Does that change your bowl approach to the week?
Oh, no, never. We call his room a few late nights and just mess with him a little bit.
You guys sneak up Broadway Street and just everything one night in Nashville, just get a chance to see everything here.
Yeah, you know, we've heard a lot about it. You know, a lot of family friends of mine have said, "Oh, Nashville's a great place. Go check it out." And you know, now that we're here and we got, you know, one night to, you know, check things out, you know, it's a great tourist spot, and you know, it's probably a place I'll come back to later in life.
We also caught up with wide receiver Alonzo Moore, and he appears to have that shoulder injury in check, and he should also play maybe as big of a factor in the game as we've seen in some time.
Yeah, each game you want to play your best game, but this game, you know, since it's our last one for the seniors, and you know, we got our guys nicked up, we wanted to be our very best game.
Nebraska is scheduled to have 3 more practices here at Vanderbilt before Friday's game in Nissan Stadium. With the Huskers here in Nashville, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.